Hello, everyone. Good morning, dear listeners. Welcome to your favorite podcast. Today, we are going to talk about a very important and sometimes a little understood topic mental disorders. We know this is a serious topic, but we want to address it in an accessible and clear way to you. So, please join us for this hour dedicated to mental health. For this episode, as the last podcast, we have that will join us, Darkus and Erika. How are you guys?
Hello, Karen. I'm fine. Exactly, because mental health is as important as physical health. Darkus, how are you?
Hi, ladies. I'm fine, thank you. It is a pleasure to be here and to be able to share, valuable information on these topics. Let's start with a very common disorder in today's society, the anxiety.
Actually, anxiety is the body's natural response to stress. I don't know if you know that. It is a feeling of fear or worry about what is basically to come. But what happens when that anxiety becomes constant and overwhelming?
Symptoms of anxiety include nervousness, agitation, increased heart rate, rapid breathing, sweating, shaking, and trouble concentrating. In addition of these physical symptoms, there may also be psychological symptoms such as excessive worry, intense fear, and inability to control these feelings.
Well, it is interesting to know that anxiety can have a biological basis, such as brain chemistry, and can also be triggered by environmental factors or traumatic experiences. Well, stressful situations, um, sorry, stressful situations at work, family or uh, family problems or traumatic events can trigger an anxiety disorder. Additionally, people with a family's history of anxiety have a higher risk of developing this disorder.
Yes, Arcus. Actually, let's not forget that there are different types of anxiety disorders, such as generalized anxiety disorder, the panic disorder, and specific phobias. So each one has its own characteristics and treatments. But for example, the generalized anxiety disorder is characterized by an excessive worry about various aspects of daily life. So while the panic disorder involves unexpected and recurrent panic attacks.
It is essential to remember that anxiety in any of its forms can be treated effectively. Cognitive behavioral therapies have been shown to be very effective for many people, and in some cases, medications may also be helpful. Additionally, relaxation techniques such as medication, yoga, and deep breathing can be valuable tools for managing symptoms.
Well, and its interesting aspect about anxiety is how it can manifest physically in the body. Some people may experience things like headaches, digestive problems, or muscle aches as a result of constant tension. The body can, mind are deeply connected. So approaching anxiety from multiple angles can be very beneficial.
Also, it is important to say overall that we already said that it is important the prevention of this disorder. So maintaining a healthy lifestyle with good nutrition, of course, a regular exercise and stress management techniques can help reduce the likelihood of developing anxiety disorders. I don't know if you know that. Additionally to this, learning to recognize the first signs of anxiety and seeking help early can make a big difference.
And also, let's not forget the importance of social support. Talking to friends, family, or a therapist can provide significant relief and help manage anxiety more effectively. Connecting with others is a powerful tool in the fight against anxiety.
And well, girls, and let's get more deeply in this topic. Let's now move on the another well-known disorder, that is depression. Depression is not just a feeling sad. It is a serious disorder that affects how you feel, think, and manage well daily activities.
For the symptoms of the depression, it includes a persistent feeling of sadness, loss of interest in previously enjoyable activities, changes in appetite, trouble sleeping or sleeping too much, loss of your energy in the day, and difficulty to concentrating. Some people may also experience feelings of worthlessness or guilt, and even thoughts of death or suicide.
Depression can be debilitating and can affect all areas of a person's life, from personal relationships to job performance and other things. It is crucial to understand that depression is not a personal weakness and that the right support and treatment can make a big difference.
On the other hand, effective treatments are available, such as cognitive behavioral therapy, antidepressant medications, and lifestyle changes, such as regular physical activity and healthy diet. Um, Additionally, interpersonal therapy and acceptance and commitment therapy have also been shown to be beneficial for many people.
It is interesting to note that depression can have multiple causes. Sorry, it includes the genetic, the biochemical, the environmental, and the psychological. Sorry, psychological factors. Early recognition and appropriate treatment are essential to improve the quality of life of the people suffering from this disorder.
Also, it is also essential to mention the importance of social support in managing depression. Friends and family can play a vital role in providing emotional support, motivation, or continued treatment, and helping to reduce social isolation.
We must not forget depression is in adolescents and older adults. In adolescents, symptoms may include irritability, changes in school performance, and social withdrawal. In older adults, depression is often overlooked and may be associated with other health problems. It is crucial to be attentive and offer the necessary support to all ages.
Additionally to that, Darkus, it is important to know that there are different types of depression, such as the major depression, uh, dysthymia, that's other one, and the seasonal depression. So, of course, there are these types of depression, and each type has its own symptoms. So, it will require a specific treatment approach. In depends of the in the type of depression. For example, in the seasonal depression is commonly treated with light therapy, in addition to the to the traditional methods.
And now, let's talk about a disorder that is often diagnosed in childhood, oppositional defiant disorder or ODD. This disorder is characterized by how to say a pattern of disobedience, hostile, and defiant behavior toward authority figures.
Children with ODD are often short-tempered, argumentative, defy rules, and blame others to their mistakes. This behavior is not only problematic at school, but can also affect the family and social relationships. Additionally, ODD can coexist with other disorders such as ADHD or anxiety disorders.
The treatments for the ODD often include the behavioral therapy, in which the parents and children work together to develop new behavior management strategies, as well as the interventions in the school environment. Early interventions are key to helping children develop appropriate social and emotional skills.
And also, it is important for parents and caregivers to be consistent and patient when dealing with children who have ODD because our parent training programs can also be very helpful providing tools and strategies to manage challenging behavior effectively and positively.
In addition, Erica, to behavioral therapy, other approaches may include family therapy, sorry, which mm, can help improve family dynamics and reduce conflict, and social skills therapy, which teaches children how to interact more positively with others.
I think, guys, that is crucial to understand that ODD is not a reflection of parental upbringing because we are talking about children, but rather a disorder that requires actually a professional intervention. With the right support, many children can overcome these challenges and lead successful and happy lives in their childhood.
It is also important that schools are involved in the treatment process because teachers and school staff can receive training to better understand and manage challenging behaviors. And I think can to support the child's progress in the educational environment.
And well, continuing with childhood disorders, we have conduct disorder. This disorder involves a pattern of behavior where the basic rights or other important social norms are violated.
The symptoms of this include the aggressive behavior towards people and animals, uh, also the destruction of property, deception or theft, and serious role violations, as Darko said. And these behaviors can lead to legal problems and actually in difficulties in interpersonal relationships. So it is crucial to address this disorder early as it can have long-term implications on the child's life.
And also, Karen, interventions may include behavioral therapy, behavior modification programs, and in some important cases, medication to manage symptoms, support and training for parents and caregivers so they can better manage the child's behavior. And it is also vital too.
It is important, a point very important to highlight, the early intervention and ongoing support are critical to help children with conduct disorder develop appropriate behavioral and social skills. Working collaboratively with schools and other health professionals can significantly improve outcomes for these children.
It is interesting to note that conduct disorder can have several causes, including the genetic, environmental, and social factors. The exposure to violence, abuse, or neglect can increase the risk of developing this type of disorder.
In addition, guys, to professional intervention, community support, and creating a safe and structured environment at home can be very beneficial. And also, community intervention programs can also provide resources and support to families and friends.
Well, unforgettable, it is also important to address any comorbid disorders the child might have, such as HDAD or anxiety, as this can further complicate the conduct disorder. A comprehensive multidisciplinary approach is often the most effective.
Well, guys, as you already mentioned, we talked about the anxiety, the depression, and also some mental disorders in the childhood, as the ODD and the violence disorders. Have you ever heard or have an experience about these topics, or a person do you know that has one of them? Or what do you think about this? Because we already talk about the symptoms, the prevention, the things that you can do if you feel in some way. But what do you think about it?
Well, in my case, I don't have any friend or family part of my family um, with mental disorders, and I think it's very interesting how to um, how to change this think manner of think. In this case, all the problems in their brain, it's very um oh my god, it's very um has a lot of
Like
impact in my
different, no?
yes has a lot of impact in my I don't know situation or um experiences or something. And you, Darkus?
Actually, oh, sorry.
What? Sorry, Karen?
No, that actually it is something that I already thought because, as you said, Erica, the person that have this type of disorders, the brain, as you said, works differently, and you can. Well, we don't know how it works, the brain of these persons, but they see the lives or the daily things in a different way that is very different from the other persons, and it's very interesting the way that they see the common things.
Exactly, Karin. You, Darkus?
Uh, yeah, in my experience, I have a cousin with the disorder that we already mentioned, the ADHD. Sorry. It is very difficult for her mother because he have to take care of him all the time, and well, the time changes, and he already grew up, and I haven't seen him in a long time. But the last time I saw him, he looked considerably better in this respect.
Actually, I heard that the ADHD is a very, very, very common deficit in, well, it is not a deficit, sorry, a disorder that is very common in kids these days. But because it is like very, very known on these days than before. But yes, it is a very sad situation for some kids in schools.
You already mentioned some very important point. The disorders are more commonly in nowadays, you know.
Actually, yes, but I think it's because we we have like the internet and we can make the research and that stuff. So we have the information to get know about a lot of disorders and illness and that type of things that we don't know before. But we have all this information that I wanna move to other attention to the ADHD. I think it is very important to get deeply in this disorder because it's very very common. So the ADHD is characterized by persistent levels of inattention and also the hyperactivity and the impulsivity that interference in the daily functioning things.
Symptoms of ADHD include difficulty maintaining attention, restlessness, sex talking, difficulty waiting your turn, and a propensity to interrupt others. ADHD can present in different ways. Some children may be primarily inattentive, others may be primarily hyperactive and impulsive, and others may have a combination of both types.
And it is important to say that the treatment for ADHD often includes a combination of behavioral therapy, um, also medications and management strategies at home and school. A comprehensive approach involving parents, teachers, and health professionals is crucial. Management strategies may include, well, implementing structured routines, setting clear goals, and using rewards to motivate a positive behavior.
Additionally, the ADHD education for parents and teachers can be very beneficial, providing them with a deeper understanding of the disorder and how they can best support the child. It is important to remember that ADHD can continue into adolescence and also in adulthood. So long-term management is essential for this disorder.
Okay, it's interesting that ADHD doesn't just affect children. Many adults also live with this disorder, and it's horrible. Although it is often not diagnosed until later in life, adults with ADHD may face challenges, at work and in relationships, Um, but with the right treatment, they can live full and provide productive lives.
Well, and in addition to medication behavioral therapy, other interventions may include life coaching for adults with ADHD, which can help them set goals, developing organizational skills, and improve time management. It is also helpful to explore self-care strategies and mindfulness techniques.
The technology in these times is very advanced, as you know, guys, and can also be very useful to a very useful tool for people with ADHD. The organization apps, reminders, and timers can help you manage daily tasks and improve your productivity.
And also, guys, let's not forget the positive impact for healthy eating and regular exercise. Some studies suggest that this can help improve ADHD symptoms, although they do not replace traditional treatments.
Well, let's get deeply in this very interesting topic and let's move on to the Gilles de la Tourette syndrome. It is another disorder we want to mention. It is characterized by repetitive movements or unwanted sounds that cannot be controlled, known as tics.
Actually, I don't know if you guys, but we just discovered the real name of what we call the famous tics when you say it like I have a tic. And in this, the tics can be a motor, such as excessive blinking or facial movements, sorry, or vocal, such as grunting or inappropriate words. Tics can be vary in intensity and frequency and are often worse with the stress or emotion involved, of course. Also, this disorder can be highly visible and sometimes socially stigmatizing. Many people with the tics lead productive and successful lives.
Treatment may include behavioral therapy, medications, and maybe educational and social supports to help people manage their tics and the social consequence that may result from them. And also, it is essential to create an safe environment of support and understanding for people with this syndrome.
Well, additionally, education and awareness about Tourette syndrome in schools and communities can help reduce the stigma and improve the quality of life for those who suffer from it, the Tourette. It is important for people with Tourette's to feel accepted and support in all aspects of their lives.
There are also specific therapies for tics. I don't know if you know that, such as habits reversal therapy, which teaches people to recognize the tic impulses that you have and develop alternative responses. These techniques can be very effective in reducing the frequency and the severity of the tic that you have.
And also, it's interesting that many people with Tourette syndrome also can have other disorders such as ADHD or compulsive disorder. Sorry, a comprehensive treatment approach that addresses all comorbid disorders is essential to achieve the best results.
Well, and now we it is needed to talk about um obsessive compulsive disorder or OCD. This disorder is characterized by intrusive, repetitive thoughts or obsessions and repetitive behaviors that are compulsions that the person feels the need to perform.
For example, in this type of disorder, someone may be afraid of germs and wash their hairs compulsively, and others may have unwanted thoughts about causing harm and feel compelled to repeatedly check to see if they have closed the door or turn off the stove. These behaviors can significantly interfere in our daily lives and cause, of course, great suffering because you are thinking about things that are not happening, but you have like the worry of the things that you are thinking in that moment repeatedly.
Also, it is crucial to understand that OCD is a real disorder and that there are effective treatments available, such as cognitive behavioral therapy, especially a technique called exposure and response prevention, as well as medications. And additionally, support from family and friends can be very important to the recovery process.
Well, another interesting aspect of OCD it is how it can manifest in different ways in different people. Some people may have obsessions and compulsions related to cleaning, while others may have intrusive thoughts and more mental compulsions, such as um, continuing or repeating sentences silently.
Additionally to this, it is important to recognize that OCD can affect people of all ages, from a children to older adults. Early identification and treatment can help mitigate the effects of OCD and significantly improve quality of life.
And it's also helpful to explore stress management and self care techniques that can help reduce OCD symptoms. Activities activities such as meditation, yoga, and mindfulness practice can be beneficial from this disorder.
Well, research has shown that OCD has a biological basis and can be treated effectively, as we mentioned, with a combined approach of therapy and medication. Education about OCD is also vital to reducing stigma and supporting people who suffer from it.
Okay, guys, I think OCD is a very common as the ADHD disorder that we know a lot of people that suffer the disorder every day in their daily lives. But I think we finally can talk about a post-traumatic stress disorder or the abbreviation that is PTSD. In this disorder can develop after a person has experienced a traumatic event, such as an accident, also war, or an assault.
And also, symptoms include flashbacks, nightmares, severe anxiety, and uncomfortable thoughts about the event. People with PTSD may avoid situations that remind them of the trauma and may experience increased emotional reactivity, such as being easily startled or having difficulty sleeping, also.
And we should note that it is interesting to note that PTSD can affect anyone and that early treatment can help manage symptoms and improve quality of life. The treatment options include cognitive behavioral therapy, um, exposure therapy, and in some cases, medications.
Of course, the social support and access to community resources are also critical to helping people with PTSD to feel understood and supported in the recovery process. Support programs also and self-help groups can be very beneficial.
And also, it is important to mention that PTSD not only affects war veterans, but also victims of domestic violence, serious accidents, natural disasters, and other traumatic events, even when you are a little kid or in your childhood.
Well, um, in addition to therapy and medications, self-care techniques such as regular exercise, medication, and engaging in pleasurable activities can help people with PTSD manage their symptoms and improve their overall well-being.
Exactly. Research on PTSD continues to advance, and new therapies such as cognitive processing therapy and eye movement desensitization and reprocessing, that is, the abbreviation is EMDR therapy, have been shown to be a very effective treatment of PTSD.
It is crucial too that people with PTSD seek professional help and not face this disorder alone. Support from friends, family, and mental health professionals can make a big difference in your recovery.
Um, well, let us remember, as we already said in others disorders, let us remember that education and awareness about PTSD are essential to reduce stigma and provide the necessary support to those who suffer from it. We can all play a role in creating a more um, understanding and supportive community. And well, it is another point to mention that um, for me, it is a very bad action that, well, a lot of people um, all the time can, I don't know how to say it, when they, um, um, when they self-diagnose of any disorder. What do you think about it?
Well, actually, I don't know if it is correct that you say, oh, yes, I have anxiety. I think it is very, as we already mentioned, that is very important to come to an specialist that can say and make like a deep investigation of yourself and said you are only depressed, you don't have depression, because say that you have one of these disorders, it is basically you're saying that you have something different, or because there are disorders that are like an illness, so it requires a lot of attention of a specialist, medication in some cases, most of them, if you have a very uh, a crucial disorder, or in a very hard level, we can say we can say it like that. uh, and I don't know if I'm agree with that, because I think it is not a joke to say that you have something related with that. I think it's a very serious thing, and you need to see the persons that can help you and say that if that you have that disorder. I don't know what do you think, Erika? Do you think that autodiagnose one of these disorders are a good thing or a bad thing, or what do you think?
I'm against and the auto mm, diagnose disorder. For example, in many many times in TikTok, we can see a lot of people says, "I have anxiety, I have Tourette," and these guys earn money because try to try to um, try to take this disorder and thinks thinks what the the these people has a type of disorder. I don't know if you know about the this type of people in TikTok or maybe in other app.
Well, in my opinion, for me, it is a very bad actions that the people who self-diagnose some disorder, because there are people that, well, maybe they have it or maybe not, but as Anna Karen said, it is not a joke, and there are many people who struggle every day against these disorders, and it is not easy their life, and every day they suffer from bullying, and I don't know. And as Erica said about TikTok, many people romanticize a disorder, and it is not right, I think.
Actually, yes, that was a thing that I wanna say, that I don't know if you know people, uh, not only in TikTok or Instagram or an app, but as you said, Erika, uh, I know people who take advantage of those type of situations, that uh, they victimize uh, themselves, and try to, I don't know, like, catch attention from others. That is something that I don't really like.
Did you know about a one movie about mental disorders like fragments or fragmented in Spanish?
Yes, I know that. I know that movie. That Actually, it is a very, very, very like heavy movie because talk about the situation of him that he has like I don't know how many personalities he had in the movie,
21,
but it
25. I don't know.
really
Yes, maybe
I
20, 20, 25, I think.
oh my god I I don't know actually I saw that movie long ago, but it is a very good movie.
Yes, it's a good movie. Yudarkos, do you know them? This movie?
Yes, yes, I know it. It is an incredible movie, but something amazing that I think is that how some actors can play so many roles in a single movie and not get sick in the head or not get a disorder, you know.
Yes. Hmm.
I think there are a lot uh, of movies talking about like mental health and uh, yes, like talking about the anxiety and the depression. But I'm very surprised that mostly the anxiety and the depression in these days, I mean, in this era of the technology, it increased a lot. I mean, there are a lot of persons that feel in that way. I don't know if they are diagnosed with this illness, but there are a lot of people that have anxiety or depression. The numbers are like very very big.
Yes, and I think the well, the most common reason for the disorders, I think it comes from childhood many times, and others are inherited. But yeah, what do you think about it?
I don't know if you know then about this movie. There is even a movie that plays with your brain, maybe called Nightmare in Hell. And halfway through the movie, it makes you think one thing, so that in the end, it's no real. It's like you think in I don't know if you think about this um, type of scene during in the movie, and the end it changed totally in the result in the movie at the end. I don't know if you know them. Or maybe if you listen their name in Spanish, remember Pesadilla en el Infierno or Ghostland.
Yes, the movie that you told me the other day.
Yes.
Yes, it's incredible. And
Yes.
as I said, it is amazing how some actors can play their roles so well.
Mm,
Roles from for um, the character have a disorder or something like that.
yes. It's very interesting how to change your mind during in this movie, and all the situations can place a different experience or role depending of the people. It's cool.
And what do you think, Karen? You
I
in that movie?
I haven't seen it yet. No, I don't know. Uh, I I have not heard about that movie. I don't know.
Because it's a horror
But
movie, Karen.
oh no, okay, no. I was going to say that I'm going to watch it, but no. Okay. Okay. With the summary, it's okay. But I think it sounded very interesting what you said. I mean the type of movie that it is, the way that the history of the movie uh, uh, pass. Actually, I wanna mention something. I don't know if you wanna say something, Dr. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. I only want to say that I just remembered that the movie that uh, we the movie that we already mentioned, um, it is called Split. That the guy with like a lot of personalities. It is the name.
Oh, the name in English. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry.
Well,
Sorry.
oh no, sorry. I just wanna mention that because we are talking about mental disorders. I don't know if you know that there is a World Mental Health Day in the calendar. As you celebrate, I don't know, Mother's Day or Christmas or dates like that, it exists. The World Mental Health Day. I don't know if you know when it is.
I don't knew about it.
I don't know. Sorry, Karen.
No, it's okay. Actually, it is very near from your birthday, Erika. It is,
Yes.
yes, it is celebrated uh, in October 10th.
Oh my God, really?
Yes, it is. It is promoted by the World Federation for Mental Health and it is supported by the World Health Organization. So every 10 of October, we celebrate the conscientization of the mental health day, and I think it is a very important date because it represents the global commitment to think about the mental health issues, and because it is global, so everyone in the world um, like make an effort to support the person that are crossing a mental health illness or disorder. And I think it is very interesting.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Did you know about? Well, there is a disorder called synesthesia, I think, that causes people to experience sensory crossing wiring. This means that they might see sounds, hear colors, or taste smells. Synesthesia is a neurological condition that is thought to be caused by increased connections between different areas of the brain. Do you know about it?
No. I don't really know about it.
Yeah, it is interesting how the the brain can be well um, disorder.
Yes, even in this time, you don't need some of type of disorder for to experiment that. Um, for example, in the case of the video games, can you have an experience inside of these disorders? For example, in YouTube, have a lot of videos or I don't know how to say videos when you when you see uh, people placed in this type of games, and it's very interesting how to, for example, the type of people with the, oh my god, I don't know how to say uh, mm, okay, this type of different disorders uh, can you experiment inside of the game. And I don't know if you um I don't know if you um you see these type of videos in YouTube. Maybe Darkus?
I think a TikTok. I saw a TikTok.
Yes. Even in TikTok has a lot of videos or streaming of this type of video games.
And it is very dangerous that people play with this. I don't know.
Why?
Well, it
Why?
is. Sorry.
Why?
Well, it is a condition, a brain condition. So I think it is. I don't know. It can. It have to be like.
Maybe
It. It
can
need to be. Sorry.
you I don't know, I'm sorry.
Sorry. It need to be supervised. Monitor.
Okay. Yes. And you, Karin, do you know about this type of videos? Maybe in TikTok, maybe in YouTube, or any app?
As I understood, videos of like people streaming while they are playing video games, right?
Yes,
Yes.
but the video games, it's about the mental disorders. For example, uh, we can experiment about the disorder like schizophrenia, or I don't know how to say in English, but for example, has have a game about this disorder, and can you experiment, um, maybe can you see different things or people, and and this game represents to the people with the schizophrenia.
I think it is dangerous. You are playing with fire.
Why?
You
Because you experience different things.
Yes, and just for that, and just for well, you're playing with a disorder.
Yes, yes.
That's my point.
mm,
I didn't know about that type of games actually. It is the very first time to me hearing about that. But as you explained to me, I think it is not dangerous. I think the purpose of the creation of this type of games are for the conscientization of the people. I don't know if it
Yes,
was
yes, yes.
like that
It's the main
because it
reason
is
for games.
because I mean we don't have a mental disorder, so these type of games are to think or like we said in Spanish, like ponerte en sus zapatos
Yes.
and
That,
and experiment the feelings and all the all the things that they feel because they have this type of um, changes in their brain. I think it is very interesting, and I think I will search for these videos because it's caught my attention.
Well, and I think it depends on the level of intensity of the game too, you know? Because the video I saw, uh, the tens then started to feel scared in the room, or like they were saying things, you know? And this is a like a disorder, you know? The, there are some disorders um, common in certain times of history. For instance, there is a phenomenon called mass psychogenic illness, where a group of people experience like similar unexplained symptoms that can be influenced by stress, anxiety, sorry, or even media reports. Do you know about them?
yes, but it depends of the disorder, because I saw a video about the schizophrenia, and it's horrible because you listen any voices, and can you see figures in the shadows, or um, outside of the, in this case of the house. And it's it's very frustrating, because if you think about it, this type of people must live in in this situation forever, forever. And it's horrible
It's
because
horrible because
you need
you need
to
to.
um how to say, you need to accustom rating in this case. And it's very frustrating in this video, that video.
I think talking about the schizophrenia, it's it's a very hard illness, and if the game is about the schizophrenia, because it is an illness that it has to be one of the most difficult illness that it exists in this world because they have a lot of symptoms and they suffer a lot, and trying to understand them, I think it's very difficult.
Yes, absolutely.
For people.
So guys, yes, I actually, well, it is not like a part of my family, but I know some people that have that that type of illness, and yes, it is very sad for the people that are near from this person and for the people itself. Yes. But with all the information that we already mentioned before, I hope that this information has been helpful to you guys and actually for the persons that are hearing the podcast. So remember that the mental health is important, of course, as the physical health. And you should not hesitate to seek professional help if you feel that you need this type of orientation.
That's right, guys. You are not alone, guys. And there are resources available, sorry, to help you. Thank you for joining us on this episode. See you in the next program.
And as Erika said, you are not alone. Here are our social media, and see you soon.
See you soon, guys.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.
Bye.